we have just completed on our very first home. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name's Kat. This is Dean. Now, something a bit different. We normally do travel videos, but it's a really exciting day.
A brand new chapter.
Brand new chapter. It is Friday, the 1st of August, and we've just completed on our first house, guys. I cannot believe that I'm officially a homeowner. Like, that will take a very long time to sink in.
It just feels weird saying it, doesn't it?
It will take a very long time to sink in. So I've not long got home from work. I didn't take the day off today, didn't feel the need to. It's not like a big moving day. We literally just need to start moving our stuff from mum and dad's to the new house. So it's not like we had to pack everything up and swap houses and all that stuff. So I didn't have the day off. At 3 o'clock, I've just finished, raced home. Dean, as a coincidence, had today off.
It's weird because I booked today off like weeks ago to have like a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, just as a...
It just so happens to be like the completion day.
Yeah, just so happens to have fell quite nicely. So Dean's been off today. He had a phone call about 2 o'clock-ish to say the keys... 1:45, yeah. Keys were ready to collect, but obviously he wanted to wait for me. So that's what we're going to go and do. It is now 4 o'clock. The estate agent is open till 5. So we've got to race down there and pick up the keys. Then we're going to come back, pick up my mum and dad, and we're going to go over to the house. There is no furniture in it. There is nothing in the house. So we're just going to pop a bottle of Prosecco, go back in it. It's been months since we've been in the house. Yeah. It's going to be really nice to go back in it, although I do have this really horrible feeling of like, what if I go back in it and I hate it? Do you know, because it's been months and we only ever spent like 15-20 minutes in it at a time. Anyway, we viewed it twice, didn't we?
You just pretend you're playing The Sims.
So yeah, I'm sure it's like all completely normal anxious excitement, but I just have this horrible feeling of like, what if I go back and it just doesn't feel right? But I'm sure it's not going to be the case. It's just me getting in my own head. But anyway, enough rambling. Let's go and get the keys. We got the key. I was going to say keys then, but the rest of the keys are in the house. So we've got the key to get us in, which is exciting. And they also gave us a card and a bottle of Prosecco. Let's get this party started. That is, I don't think I've ever said that sentence in my life, and I don't think I'm ever going to say it again. But yeah, it's definitely time to celebrate tonight with a glass or two of Prosecco. I can't believe we got the key to our own house.
It's crazy.
It's been a long time coming. Oh, Taylor Swift lyric coming in there. It has been a long time coming. Dean and I have been together for 11 years this year. We've saved hard. We've holidayed harder. And now we are fully fledged adults with a mortgage. Scary.
No more holidays.
No more holidays ever. No, that's not true. That is definitely not true. Travel, we would rather go without nights out, meals out and all that other stuff, and holiday instead. But there will be definitely less holidays, I imagine. Less Disney trips, unfortunately. But let's get home. Let's get our little keyring. I bought us a cute little keyring to commemorate the day. And let's head on over and see the house and just prove to myself that I'm not going to walk in and hate it. Because I'm still anxious that that's going to happen. I've been annoying Dean by singing Taylor Swift Lover because of the lyric, "This is our place, we make the rules." So now I've put it on in the car. We can leave the Christmas lights up till January. This is our place. We make the rules. He's not impressed. These little key rings I ordered off Etsy. I will leave them linked below in case anyone else is going through the process of buying a home. It doesn't have to say, you can customize it. So they had our new home, just new home, and you could customize it however you wanted it, or you could just leave that off altogether and have your names on it and the date. But I think it's a really nice little memento to remember the anniversary of completing on our first home. So we're going to get this on the keys. I got one for Dean as well, but we've only got one key for now, so get this on there, and then we're going to have some tea, and then we're going to head over, because we don't want to go and pop Prosecco on empty stomachs, and I've not eaten since my lunch break. Are you excited? Are you excited? You're going to have a new house and a new garden to explore? Yeah. Are you excited? Are you excited? I'm actually really nervous about moving him, to be honest. He loves his house, don't you? You love this house and your conservatory. Yeah. You do. I think you're going to be happy, though. I think you're going to be happy. All right, fast forward about an hour. We've had some tea. My dad's sneezing in the background there. Why is it such a dad thing to do those ridiculous sneezes? Just Dean says he sounds like he's playing at Wimbledon. Anyway, we're gonna head over to the house for the first time. Oh, please let me know in the comments, is it normal to have that feeling like, what if I hate it? What if I go back and I hate it? Is this normal? I've never bought a house before. Is it just the nervous anticipation? I'm sure I'm going to walk in and I'm going to love it again. But this is just me. I can never back my own decisions. I can never back myself. I'm awful with decision making. Are you excited, Dean? You've just missed, I was filming in here, and I'm pretty sure it will have been heard on camera, Dad doing that sneeze he just did just then.
Oh, the tennis sneeze.
The tennis sneeze.
And you do them as well.
Says he sounds like, every time I sneeze or my dad sneezes, he's like, 40, love.
Yeah. Was that woman who used to play, she used to have the really loud grunts with a Sharapova? I don't know. I'm not really a tennis fan. Anyway, let's get going. Let's go and see our new home. Okay, well, we are here. I'm obviously not going to show you the front of the house for obvious reasons, but I will show us opening the door for the first time and going inside and popping some champagne. Oh, we have to turn the key together, Dean. Ta-da! Okay, we are in. Oh, first time coming in, and straight away we can see that they've left us a nice card and a bottle of Prosecco. That's the third of the day. Mum and Dad did provide us with one as well, and I think they've left us some information that I'm not going to show to do with the alarm. I'm going to do a full tour on the channel on this video tomorrow. I'm going to film it tomorrow. I don't want to go film in the house today. I'm going to come back tomorrow and film it all, but we need to have a little mooch ourselves. Yes. And very exciting. I know, I can't. If you told me this is mine, I would have never believed you, ever. I'm going to pop our champagne, a little celebration. I might need someone to, help me with that.
Gently does it.
Well, Dean could maybe do it.
Yeah, Dean. Here we go.
Don't want to put a hole in the ceiling.
No, just twist.
Hold it in your thing. There you go.
Good old bottle of fizz. Who's pouring it? Catherine?
I'll pour. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, my
Cheers, Dean, to our first home.
Yeah, and some many happy years in it. Congrats.
Yeah. May you be very happy here.
Hope so. I'm sure you will be. Garden's manageable for me, thank goodness. It
is nice actually.
Lawns and very simple to keep tidy, is that?
I haven't shown it yet. I will. You will see the whole house in the same video. I will cut to a tour that we do tomorrow.
It's a really nice back garden actually. They've kept it really simple.
Yeah, I'll show you so you can see what he's speaking about.
And we can put some tubs and things there. Make it look really friendly.
Yeah, I'm happy that it's simple. It's the perfect size for us. Any bigger would have been too much for us. And they did tell me that they were growing some sunflowers for their daughters, and they would very much appreciate a progress picture when it flowers. It is. It has got a flower at the top there.
The previous owners have asked Catherine to look after this. Now my kids are not great with the garden, and I'm a bit concerned because Storm Florence is coming on Monday.
I think
we need to nip around and put a cane in.
Okay.
Because I'd hate it to be battered since they've left it for you. And it's a very healthy specimen. So, round with a cane.
Okay.
Alright?
Yes.
Okay, we are going to head home, but stay tuned because tomorrow I'm going to be back here filming a full house tour, so you can finally see around the gaff. I think I'll slot it in sort of at the end, the house tour. I imagine it's probably been a bit frustrating watching us, you know, celebrate the house and everything and not actually being able to see it. But in 2 seconds, you'll be able to see a full house tour. And just like that, it's the next day. We're back, ready to film the empty house tour. Now, I did film a segment yesterday on the way to the estate agents in the car, talking about the house. And then when I was looking at footage last night and editing some of this together, I noticed that I'd accidentally left it in time-lapse mode. So it's just me doing this with no sound. So take 2 on that one. I'll tell you a little bit about the house. It is a 3-bed detached house, and it is a second-hand new build. So it's had one previous owner, one family have lived here before us, and they bought it off plan from the developer. So they chose the kitchen, they chose the bathroom tiles, everything like that. Fixtures and fittings that they wanted as added extras, things like that. They chose all of them. So that's one of the biggest perks of new build, is that if you're buying off plan, you do get to make a lot of the choices, the kitchen colour, the kitchen cabinets, all that stuff. You get to choose it all ready for when you move in. Now, obviously buying second hand, those decisions have been taken away from us. We both said originally that we didn't want to go for a new build. We preferred older houses, and obviously you see a lot of people saying the build quality is not as good, etc, etc. But we saw this house, we liked it. We didn't come and view it straight away. We sat on it for about a week and we're like, oh no, it's a new build. We don't want a new build. And then we thought, you know what, we'll just go and see it. And we just couldn't argue with what the house has got to offer, plus the fact that, you know, cost of living is going up. Everyone's bills, fuel, etc. It's all going up. And this house has got an energy rating of B. The older houses, D and E in some of them. So we're gonna make savings on fuel and bills and things like that. And the house, you'll see in the tour, it just comes with so many things that the older houses didn't. The utility room being one of them, the downstairs loo. New developments always put a downstairs loo in because they know how convenient it is for people. So yes, we just couldn't argue really. We came and viewed it, we fell in love with it, we came and viewed it again, and we put our offer in and it got accepted. So anyway, without further ado, I'll take you on the empty house tour. I actually loved watching these. Once I started looking for houses, my algorithm completely changed. I was shown a lot of these Getting the Keys vlogs, empty house tour vlogs, and I got fully sucked in. And then I enjoyed following the ones I enjoyed. I would then watch and see how they furnished it as things went on and things. So let me know if that's something you'd like to see. Would you like to see us doing some painting, some bits of DIY that we want to do around the place? Do you want to see how we furnish it? Things like that. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you'd want to see. And then we'll take you around our new home.
All right, starting at the front door. Obviously not going to show you too much of the front, but we've got our little front door. We would love to have a porch. We're in the process of quoting it up, but for now Let me in.
Can I help you, love?
Do you know what? I'm actually glad you didn't. Everyone does their hi MTV, welcome to my crib.
No, that's not me.
All right, so we come in to our hallway. It's one of the features that we absolutely loved about the house. We are not personally a fan of the houses that have the setup where the front door opens straight into the living room. I know that generally they tend to have a bigger living room when you do that because, you know, you're saving out on having all this space. But we quite like the setup of having the hall and the stairs separate to the living areas. It just gives you this nice entrance space. The previous owners have left us there. I don't know what this is called. It's an IKEA shoe storage unit that we were going to purchase anyway. I think you can fit like maybe 2 pairs of shoes in each one. 2, 4, 6, 8 pairs of shoes in each one. So that's really handy, and it acts as like a nice little side. We can get like a little dish here. I think we're going to change out this mirror. This has also been left for us. We'll find somewhere for it, but I think I'd like to bounce the light around a bit more with a big old mirror there. But yes, for now, that's where the shoe storage, most of the shoe storage is going to be. If we do end up putting a porch on, we might look at putting storage for shoes and coats in the porch. But for now, that's where it is. We're not sure on coats. We think we're probably going to put coats here in the hallway. They've put an alarm into the house, which is a big saving for us. We love the fact that it's already alarmed. We've got a nice little window here, a radiator cover that the previous owners left for us. The flooring is luxury vinyl tiles, is it? It's the LVT stuff. I don't think it's not Antico or anything like that, but they explained to us that they did this themselves. So they asked the developer to leave the floor unfinished, and then they sorted that out themselves. Okay, and leading into the living room, it is not a massive space, but for the two of us, it's ideal. I'll insert a picture of how it was set up on the pictures on Rightmove. They had a 2-seater sofa here, a 2-seater sofa here, and then the telly was there where all the aerial and that's wired in. Now, Dean and I are thinking that what we'd like to do, we love the sage green on the wall and the panelling. We love that. That doesn't really need anything doing to it. Possibly, if this is going to be a bit more exposed, they had their telly in front of all this. We might need to do some touch-ups of the paintwork down there, but it's not a drama. Once we've got our internet and things installed, we'll see what happens with all that. We want to put a corner suite in along here and there into that corner, and then in this corner the gimbal's not really playing the game today. We want sort of a lamp coffee table situation down here, and then our telly here on this wall. We're thinking that it makes most sense. That's the smallest wall in the house, in the room, not in the house. Smallest wall in the room. So let's put the TV on that wall, so then we've got more wall.
But we're not going to mount it.
To play. No, definitely not for now. I think my dad was like, if you want to mount the telly, you're probably going to have to reinforce the wall or something, because newer builds, it's not as I think we might struggle to mount onto that. And following through, we have the downstairs loo on the left here. It's quite a nice size for a downstairs loo. I mean, it does the job. It's got a loo. It's got a sink. We actually have some plans for this room. I've picked out, when I'm going to say Disney wallpaper, everyone's going to go, oh my God. It's very subtle Disney. It's got like a pattern on it, and in amongst the pattern is little Mickey heads. This is just a wallpaper tile effect. I would like to take this off, do the Disney print, and sort of have the downstairs loo as like a little homage to our favourite place in the world, Florida. We've got lots of Disney prints that we've collected over the years and gone, oh, when we've got our own place. It's funny that if you said, oh, when you get your own place, you're going to stick them in a downstairs loo. We just would like to make it a bit Disney themed. It needs a mirror in here as well. But yeah, simple, does the job. Downstairs loo, really handy.
so that you don't have to traipse upstairs for a wee. And then on the right hand side, bit of deception, it's got a full-size door to give the impression, but it is actually the understairs cupboard. There's no light in here, but there is lots of storage. We think we might put like a cat flap on here, and put the litter trays in there, potentially. Depends how much storage we need. We might make it a little cozy cubby for the kittens. It might need a bit of painting in here. They use this as sort of like a they used it like a play space for the kids. The kids didn't play in it, but they had all their toys, arts and crafts stuff in there. So yeah, I think it'd make a nice little space to hide away the litter trays for the cats. So that's in there. I like the fact that it's made to look like a proper door. And then through into the kitchen diner. Maybe if I was doing my own kitchen, it wouldn't be to my choice, but it's inoffensive, modern looking, and we do really like, again, the sage green and the paneling, something that we were looking at doing anyway. Once we had our own house, they've left us the curtains. So we've got, I'll put this on 0.5 so you can see. We've got the peninsula sort of set up with a gas hob, not induction. So better for cooking steak steam, but a little bit harder to clean and maybe not as aesthetic, but that's fine. Obviously hood. And then the other thing that we were a bit about is that there's no sort of set of drawers. It's all drawer cupboard on every single one. But we have still got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a false drawer, 5. We've got 6 drawers to be putting stuff in, so we will be fine. The only other thing is there is no dishwasher. It's not a deal breaker. Come on, we can wash dishes. But I would love a dishwasher. Now, the vendors told us that this is the cupboard that when they were, because they bought it off plan, when they were doing that, this is the cupboard where if you wanted to pay extra for an integral dishwasher, that's where they put it. And then when they came to sort of do the look around, you know, when it's coming towards being done, that was left empty for a freestanding dishwasher. And they had a bit of an argument with the developer that they didn't want a dishwasher, and they'd said that they just wanted cupboards. So they had to fight with the developer to put this cupboard in. So I'm hoping that behind here is a plug socket. We're taking this as a positive sign, the dishwasher. This is the switch for the socket for the fridge and the switch for the socket for the dishwasher. So I'm hoping this means that there's a socket there. And then through in here, we have our utility room. So this is where they have their washer and their dryer. So there is plumbing under there for the washer. This is a towel rail that I broke yesterday. It was hanging off the wall. And as soon as I put any weight on it, it broke. And then there's a plug for the dryer down there. And then we've got our boiler. So this is a lovely space. We're going to be able to keep all of our... It's going to be a cleaning cum pantry situation, isn't it? We're going to put some big long shelves. Eventually we might put cupboards in. Again, an added extra that they could have paid for was cupboards in here to match in the kitchen, but we can get some shelves in for now. Gonna keep brushes, mops, things like that. Cleaning products down in this cupboard, and then maybe like our microwave, something along the top, and then some shelves. And then I'm also potentially thinking of getting a tension rod and running it sort of along, because it's such a small room. I think we could get a tension rod the size of this room, so we've got somewhere to air dry our clothes out the way, or we could get one of those collapsible wall mounted, it like folds back in on itself to dry our clothes, so that we're not always using the dryer. And then we have got our garden. It is a west facing garden, and it's the perfect size for us. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's just the perfect size. They've left us the water butt, which is lovely. We've got some plants, nothing major. We've got the sunflowers that they've been growing for their kids, but nothing major. Some plants and stuff. Yeah, Dad says that this plant gets really lovely flowers on it.
There's some growing on there now.
So we're excited to see that bloom. I've got no idea what it is. Dad knew the name for it. But it's the perfect size, isn't it? It's not too big for us. We're not massive into gardening, so it's not too big. And then the patio area where we can get some furniture. And then who knows, maybe one day a conservatory or an orangery or something like that. If we somehow win some lottery money, Dean. Maybe one day. The garden is big enough to be able to, you know, put a conservatory and still have a really decent sized garden. Over here they did have a trampoline that they've took with them or tipped, I'm not sure. So this could even act as like this bit's a bit more you can sort of see where the sun's hitting now, Dean.
Yeah, it's like a shadow.
And this is sort of in the shade, so if you wanted a shady seating area, that's where you could. Yeah, I mean, are you going to do it?
Try.
And that's the garden. And then down the side we've got our bins and stuff. This is where the back door leads to. So we've got the bins hidden back there, and then we've got the side gate round the other side. Okay, that's the downstairs done. We will take you upstairs. So we've got a nice landing area, which I like. Again, similar to having the hall, I think it's nice to have a nice bit of space up here. We can put a laundry basket here, or even if you wanted to, like a side table and a lamp and stuff. But with the cats, that's not what we're going to do, is it? We don't want them jumping up and knocking a lamp clean over the side. But that's what you can do if you wanted to. In here, we have got storage. Probably going to end up being dumping ground of doom, but I'm going to do my very best not to. We could shelve it out, do you know what I mean, get someone into, or even do it ourselves, but we're probably safer to get someone in to shelve it out properly so that we can keep it organised. Spare towels, guest towels, excess clothing, paperwork maybe that we need to store away, all that mortgage paperwork that we've now got away behind closed doors. And then in here we have the master bedroom. So it's a nice size, given the fact that Dean and I don't need to put a wardrobe in here. We're going to use a different room for our wardrobe, aren't we? So you can see from the carpet where their bed was. They had their bed here where the carpet's all pristine, bedside tables, and then they did have, because you can see where they've painted around the wardrobe, they had some IKEA Pax wardrobes there. So we would really like to put a Super King in here. We'd really like to, wouldn't we? We weren't expecting to have to need to do any work. Unfortunately, in here well, you know, we're not putting a wardrobe there, so that's going to be visible. I'm not a fan of this wallpaper personally. I don't want grey. A lot of the house is grey. I want to go for a different colour, probably like neutral beiges. My vision for the master has always been, I want it like a hotel room. Minimal. I want it to feel like a hotel room. You know, you walk into a hotel and they've literally got the bed, a dresser, a tiny little wardrobe, and your bedside tables. That's what I would like it to be like. So we're looking at Super King bed, and that would probably take up that wall entirely, but we don't need to put wardrobes in here. Like a mirror, pictures on this wall, possibly like a little, maybe here, like a shelf and a mirror or something. I don't know. We'll look into it, but that's the vision, is to have that wall just with pictures on, or a mirror to reflect some light. I'd like to panel this wall and have like a shallow shelf to rest pictures on and maybe a little plant and stuff. I'll insert a picture of the Pinterest inspo that I've got. And then we have this little nook over here with an aerial outlet, which is strange because downstairs it's on the other wall, isn't it? So this is directly above where we want to put the TV downstairs. We have this little nook. We're going to put a set of drawers for like our pajamas, things like that. And then telly on top of there so that we can watch TV in bed. And that'll be everything that's in the master room. That'll be everything. Minimal. Yes, the bed's going to take up most of the room, but we just want a big bed, don't we? We want a big, comfy bed. And then in here, we have an ensuite. So this was not on my priority list when we were looking at houses. It's a Bobby bonus, really. That's all it is. It's a dinky little ensuite. We are thinking of changing the door to open outwards, so we've got a bit more room in here, and potentially in the future maybe put a sliding door on, maybe, so that we've got more room to play with in there. Who knows? It's got a dinky little, I don't think you even think it's a metre by a metre, a dinky little shower. The tiles would not have been my choice, but they're absolutely fine. Dinky little shower, you've got your sink. This was the towel rail that I broke. You can see it was like hanging out the wall. It's not very secure. They've just got the towel rails that sort of hang over the regular radiator. It's a shame that the shower's so small because there's more space here. And more space if you can move the toilet over. I don't know, but it's a little Bobby bonus, little ensuite. You know, I'm going to move far to go for a wee. I mean, if we didn't want to keep it as a bathroom, it'd be a fabulous walk-in wardrobe. Because then in here, through here, is the family bathroom. So that is the only shower that we've got currently. Added extra was a shower over the bath that they didn't pay for. So that's fine. I think they were using this for the children and the shower in there for them. We, in the future, would like to put a mixer tap on and get a shower over here so that if anyone does stay over, they haven't got to use our ensuite shower. But it's pretty standard, plain tiles. Into the second bedroom. This is the second biggest bedroom. All the bedrooms in the house are doubles, which is a lovely perk. This is the only room with any, in-your-face colours. But this is what we're going to turn into our wardrobe. Dressing room, I should say. It's not going to be a wardrobe. Yes, we're using the second biggest bedroom for our wardrobe, but it just means that we'll be able to get so much storage in here that it'll just be out of the way from the master bedroom. We're unsure. We're going to do IKEA packs. We're going to try and make it look built in. Those YouTube hack videos, I've been watching them. It could end up being hilarious trying to upload a video onto this channel of me trying to do it, but we'll see. We're going to either go L shape and have both of our wardrobes there and then a dressing table over here, or we're going to do Dean's wardrobe because he's only getting a tiny little wardrobe. Dean's wardrobe here and dressing table here and sort of open shelving, and then my wardrobe. We're unsure. And then into the last room. This is going to be our guest room. We're not foreseeing having guests very often, which is why we're leaving the smallest room for the guests. Mum is insisting that she would like a king-size bed in here. She says it's only 6 centimetres more than a double. We'll see. I hope it keeps fine for her, that's all I'm saying. I put you on 0.5. It actually kind of makes the room look smaller on 0.5 somehow. But yes, you could easily get a double bed in here, but not much else. But that's fine. We're going to put an ottoman bed in so that we've got even more storage under that bed, whether it's a double or a king or whatever, if Mum insists on having a king-size bed. I think she'll only ever be in it on her own because Dad probably won't stay over. I can't. Dad loves his own bed, doesn't he? He doesn't stay over at my sister's. He just wants to be in his own bed. So whether it's a double or a king, I'm not sure. We'll be able to get a bed, a little dressing table, like a little skinny dressing table because it's guests. They don't need drawers. Could even just put a little shelf in for people to put phones on. And then maybe some drawers or something, I don't know. Some shelving, or who knows. Who knows? This will be the last room that we do. I foresee it being a dumping ground for the time being. We do have a loft. It's unboarded, so we do need to have a look at maybe getting that boarded in the future, but it voids the warranty, and there is some warranty left on the house because it's only a few years old, isn't it? So we don't want to void that warranty whilst we've still got warranty on the house.
A garage.
We have got a garage. It's out the front, so I'm not going to show it. It's not attached to the house. It's sort of at the front of the drive, isn't it? Yeah, we have got a garage for our storage, bikes that Dad can't wait to see the back of, Christmas decorations, things like that. And then in the future, we'll look at getting that boarded so that we've got even more storage up there. But that concludes the empty house tour. That's our little 3-bed detached house. It's going to take so long to sink in that this is ours. It's going to take so long.
Okay, I think I'm going to wrap up the video here. I do hope you enjoyed it. A big thank you to everyone who's watched. If you did enjoy it, please do hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. And then finally, I have to have a big thank you go out to all the people that have helped us get to this point. My parents, Dean's parents, my brother and sister, they've all been really generous, offered to gift us things towards the house. Both parents have offered to help with one of the big appliances that we need, you know, fridge, washing machine, tumble dryer, things like that. So we've had offers of help towards the first big appliances. And obviously my mum and dad did also let Dean and I live with them for a decent chunk of time, shall we say, whilst we saved our deposit to even be in a position to buy. I did move out for 6 years. I went to university in Wales and then lived in Wales after I finished for a further 2 or 3 years and loved it there. And then ended up back with my mum and dad, met Dean. Dean ended up coming to live with my mum and dad for personal circumstances. Things happened in his family, health reasons with one of his family members. So he ended up coming to live with us. My mum and dad welcomed him with open arms, and we've been there ever since. And it's meant that we've been able to save our deposit and still see some of the world, go on fun adventures. And now we're starting our own new big adventure in our own house. So massive thank you to them. And yeah, thank you for watching. And we will see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.